Hello there.
Hey guys, Josh Lloyd for your What to Watch For in the NBA for Thursday. It's only 3 games that are on. Let's talk about them now. The first one is the Brook Lopez Bowl. The Lakers and the Bucks, one of the most anticipated matchups of the season. I want to watch LeBron because he's been a little bit down this season. Maybe this is the year that he isn't a top 150 player. Oh, geez, try again. Sorry, a top 25 player. Let's see how he looks. Let's see how the usage looks, how much specificity there is in him. I think he'll be fine and will probably ramp it up here against the Bucks. And then Dennis Schroeder put together a really good performance last time out for the Lakers. He'd been pretty poor prior to that. Let's see what he can do, what his usage looks like, how much he has the ball in his hands compared to LeBron and compared to Anthony Davis. For the Bucks, we saw against the Nets that Bobby Portis was completely marginalized as it was a close game against a good opponent. If this is a close game against a good opponent, does Portis play 15 minutes or does he play 24 minutes? I would think, under 20 is probably the way to go. And that makes him more of a streaming guy if his value is going to be up and down. Well, Dante DiVincenzo, the big ragu, he has been struggling a little bit. Let's pay attention to him. Let's see how he looks defensively. Let's see how much he gets the ball in his hands. I don't think it'll be a huge amount, but his minutes should still be pretty solid. Next up, the Ian Clark Bowl, the Pelicans and the Jazz. Let's have a look at Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Eric Bledsoe. It'll be Bledsoe and Ball starting again. Last game between these two teams was a blowout. So Alexander-Walker played, I think, the final 16 minutes of this game. Now, that obviously boosted him all the way up to 30, but if this game remains close, that's what I want to see. How does Alexander Walker get into that rotation? What are his minutes like with Bledsoe and Ball? Because, you can't really rely upon that 30 minutes that he got last time out. And I want to watch Zion scoring, because at the moment, the last 2 games especially, it's been unstoppable. He's at 75% from the field. He's scoring 30 points per game. He's not doing much else, but he is doing those things and scoring at a really, really high clip. And of course, that's significantly useful for fantasy. It just doesn't do a huge amount else in those other areas. For the Jazz, Jordan Clarkson, in that blowout again, he played 30 minutes. Let's see what Ingles' minutes are like and what that means for Clarko. He's shooting at a phenomenal rate from three-point land. I do think it's coming back well. On the flip side, Mike Conley, he is shooting poorly at the moment, in a bit of a slump. Can he get things going? Can he correct his free throw issues, which are really frustrating for this season? So let's watch those guys, and let's hope this one isn't a blowout like the game that we saw yesterday between these two exact same teams. The last game is the Knicks and the Warriors, the Mark Jackson Bowl. Alec Burks looks like he's going to be returning, so that's massive. What does that mean for Emmanuel Quickley? What does it mean for Reggie Bullock? What does it mean for Austin Rivers? Well, Rivers isn't going to play, so I don't think we're going to get any discussion there. And what does it mean for Alfred Payton? Does Burks just mean Quickley plays 7 minutes a night as Burks runs the backup unit as a point guard / shooting guard? He was shooting 52% from 3, I think, to begin this season. And on pretty high usage. Does that continue? How do they use him is the biggest question mark as to his future value. And then, quickly, can he maintain 20 plus minutes? I'd find that really doubtful, but we want to watch to see how much he actually gets out there and how much he plays. For the Warriors, Kelly Oubre, playing at a little bit of a better rate at the moment, so let's pay attention to him, and let's also do it with Blunty, Jim Wiseman. Now, this could be a game where there is some garbage time, and that could help him out. He has been, I think, quite poor for the majority of this season. He does accumulate numbers sometimes when he's out there, but his general on-court play I have not been particularly impressed with. I feel like I'm in the minority when I say that, but I'm always wanting to watch because I want to see whether he can actually be decent enough to justify them playing him 26, 27 minutes a night. And at the moment, in my eyes, he's nowhere near that. So balancing that development of Wiseman versus the development of the team getting a win has been a challenge for Kerr, and he's obviously leaning heavily towards the team getting a win, and that means Wiseman is limited in how much he's out there. Lastly, let's have a look at some stream options. You could look at Jingle and Joe Ingles, who is rostered in a very, very small percentage of leagues and with only 3 games on, even in small minutes. I think Ingles is worth looking at. We can look at Alexander Walker for the Pelicans. I don't expect the 30 minutes that he got last game, but he could be a good stream option. And his backcourt teammate, Josh the Hitman Hart, again, not a high option, not a high value option, but rebounds. He can hit some threes. He can score a little bit. He can have some value on a short slate. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope for the Lakers is someone that we can take a look at as well, given his ability to hit threes and get steals, and then also Marc Gasol.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Available in a vast majority of leagues. He can be a guy that maybe gets you some blocks, maybe gets you 3 assists, maybe hits a 3 and has 4 points with 6 rebounds. It's not great, but on a 3-game slate of games, 3. There's not a huge amount there in terms of waiver wire options to stream in, but these are the days that you've got to stream. So go hard at Ingles, Alexander Walker, add your Joshy Harts, add your Caldwell Popes, and see if they can provide any sort of value to you on this slate of games. Guys, I'll be back later on tonight to recap the big 9-game slate for Wednesday, so check that out and subscribe. Hit the bell for your notifications. Get your questions ready because tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, live question and answer mailbag show. I'll be answering questions there, guys. Thanks for watching this one. See ya.